Hello everyone, you probably know me from my previous introduction, but I am past Sam, not present Sam, but past Sam, who hasn't experienced what is happening right now. You might be able to tell by the noise and the wetness up there. I am actually in my shelter in the rain. It's kind of perfect timing. It was raining on Sunday, I think the 28th. And I took the opportunity, brought my shelter out here, and I've been out here for roughly 10 minutes, and there's no leaking apps at all. Let me give you a little tour. So, you can see behind me, it's raining quite hard, and I'm hanging out. Now on the other side, the shelter fits perfectly my span of my foot and my head, so I'm not wet at all. And the structure of the shelter is completely intact. There might be some smudges like that. That's from glue and such, but not the rain. The only part that is wet is the bed, which in a future iteration of this model would also be waterproof. Yeah, this shelter is proving quite effective for how cheap and easy it is to assemble. I could probably stay out here for hours and have minimal damage to the structure. Maybe if there's some small tearing in the tarp above, there might be some damage. But the corrugation and folded ends really give the shelter a lot of strength. Plus, the PVC is so easy to assemble that it can be taken apart and reassembled in a very short amount of time. Yeah, I'm gonna check back in roughly 10 minutes. And show the status of the shelter to give you a 30-minute total time period of the shelter's. Hello everyone, it is future past Sam, not that past Sam you just met, but another past Sam that comes from further ahead in the timeline. It has been about 10 minutes since then, and it's safe to report there are no leaks in the structure. The only thing that can be improved upon, like I said, is the bed. The bed is actually quite comfortable despite it being wet, and maybe the wetness is helping it become comfortable. There's no damage to the structure after about 30 minutes in the rain, so it's safe to assume that it would last even longer in prolonged use overnight. With all the factors considered, how easy it is to assemble, how cheap it is, how small it is, and how easy it is to transport, including how durable it is, it's safe to assume the shelter would work in an emergency situation if one had to spend the night in here. And another great thing about the shelter is the modularity of it. The main cardboard structure is completely optional. If that's why you notice it's not in any of the real instruction manuals. You can increase the length, the width of the PVC frame and go accordingly. So if you want to have 2 people, you increase it along the width. If you want to make it longer for someone taller, make it longer, you know? So with all those factors, keep in mind, I think this structure is a success for it still being in quite the early planning stage. And with even more iterations and designs, I feel like this could actually become a really viable shelter. Thank you.